Our job as singers is to serve the music first. Second is the text, and then the character. Quite candidly, I had been hiding behind the beauty of my voice. That is, until I realized that voice alone is not enough. Music requires us to go beyond ourselves, outside of the box. In other words, I had to abandon my comfort zone. And you will too, for shyness and timidity have no place on the stage.
All music. If you can't hear it, you can't play it. If the signal from the brain is strong enough, the hands or whatever will do anything to respond. And it's all about creating a strong brain signal. It all depends on the intensity of your concentration and the vividness of your oral, A-U-R-A-L, oral imagination. How many think you have trouble playing what you hear? Well, you're all wrong. You are all playing exactly.
One says, oh, he plays, it's a second Liszt or second Paderewski or second. A second is already wrong, If he's a second, he's no good at all. He's an imitator. An artist in any way must be alone, a world by himself. If I were questioning somebody and asked you, for instance, well, who do you really think the greatest of all times? Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael, Titian, Velasquez, Rembrandt. What would you do?
It's impossible.
Each one of them is a world by itself, a world. Somebody who has the title of being an artist must have an unconfoundable personality. He must be the one and nobody else. There isn't such a thing as the greatest pianist of any time, of anyone, nor anything. Nothing in art can be...
When you're an artist and you're really an artist, you have to do it. I have to do it. What happens when you don't do that and you don't serve that gnawing hunger, what happens to me is I'm a total hypochondriac. And Steve King's the same way. I said, Steve, why are we such hypochondriacs? I don't get it. He goes, because when we're not creating, John, and he was very matter of fact, John, we make shit up. We make stuff up. And if we're not putting it on our page or in a song or on canvas or on a screen, we turn it on ourselves. And it becomes a total...
The kids that I see believe more practicing is better.
Yeah.
But
it's not necessarily true?
No, it's not necessarily true. I mean, practicing is the act of repetition.
Right.
So now, if you repeat something and you do it wrong, then you've practiced wrong. So you have to be very careful how you practice.
But that's why we have teachers.
Goals?
Exactly. Who knows where songs come from? You just have to sit there, and I always feel like, Michael Jackson said one time, you have to let God in the room. I think that's exactly true. You have to sit there and relinquish all control. I think people think when you write and you create, you're the person in control and you're making all this happen as if you're, some kind of magician or something, but it's not really that. You sit there and you become an antenna and you just let things happen through you. And the more you let it happen, the more you relinquish control, I think the more beautiful it is. It becomes something that has almost nothing to do with you. And the songs, if people like the songs and they get played on the radio or sold at stores, and get played in bars around the world or whatever, they're not yours anymore. They have nothing to do with you anymore. If I hear a song of mine someplace, it's almost like I had nothing to do with it, and I love that.
Thank music itself for so many reasons, not the least which is that for most musicians, most of us, music is like oxygen. It is the element that animates us and supports us and
keeps us alive. If you keep your body relaxed, the body is in contact with the depths of your soul. If you are stiff in any joint, you impede the current. the emotional, physical current, what the music itself dictates to you. If you have a stiff joint, you don't let it go through into the keyboards.